Deputy Returning Officer counting the ballots. Before this process begins, a table is set up with a sealed ballot box you are responsible for counting the contents. The SDRO will ensure the correct people are seated at the correct counting table. The SDRO will instruct you when it is time to begin the count. Remember, only the DRO may touch the ballots. Everyone at the counting table will have a tally sheet to follow to ensure there are no mistakes made during the count. On the tally sheet, there is a column for each candidate and a checkbox to mark for each vote per candidate. If the DRO is counting a ballot box for advanced voting days, there may be additional ballots to be added to the box as mobile polls, those are long-term care homes, and ballots from patients who have voted at the hospital are to be included in the advance count. There may also be some mail-in ballots to be added. The SDRO will deliver a Tyvek security envelope with the individual security envelopes each containing a cast ballot inside. The DRO will open the Tyvek envelope, empty the contents on the table. Each of the security envelopes are to be opened and the ballot inside removed. Without opening or looking at the ballot, it is deposited into the top of the ballot box and mixed in with all the other advanced ballots. Once all these ballots have been added and mixed in, the counting process can begin.
Oh, I just love counting!
The DRO will now unseal the ballot box and empty the contents onto the counting table, being careful to ensure nothing falls off the table. The DRO will also show everyone seated at the table the inside of the ballot box, showing there are no ballots stuck inside. All contents are on the table. The DRO now begins to count, picking up one ballot at a time, unfolding the ballot, examining the choice made on the ballot, and then announcing the candidate that received the vote on the ballot. The DRO will show the ballot to everyone at the table. The election official assisting with the tally sheet will place one mark in the counting box for the appropriate candidate, as will all the others at the table. The DRO will place the ballot aside before unfolding the next ballot. The counted ballots are placed in separate piles by candidate. This process continues until all the ballots from the ballot box are counted. The DRO has the final say in whether a ballot is valid and accepted or invalid and rejected. Any person at the counting table can offer an objection, but it is the DRO who has the final say. There is another video in this training series to explain how or why ballots are accepted or rejected. Once the count is complete, the DRO will place the ballots for each candidate in the individually labeled valid ballot envelope and sealed with security seals. Initialed by the DRO and at least one person at the table, write on the label the number of valid accepted ballots for each candidate. If any ballots were rejected or invalid, they are placed in the rejected ballot envelope, sealed and initialed indicating the number of ballots inside. All counted ballots in their envelopes, accepted and rejected, are to be placed inside the ballot box. Before the ballot box is sealed, the tally sheet information from the election official must be transcribed to the statement of poll sheet provided by the SDRO. The total amount of valid accepted votes for each candidate is recorded on this sheet. A video is available to view with instructions on filling in the statement of poll. Now, place the final tally sheet in the ballot box and reseal with a new security seal. The DRO, election official, or other witnesses may initial the new seal, verifying the contents of the box are secure. The ballot box, statement of poll, and other materials that have been used for the count, like pens, pencils, and/or calculators, are turned over to the care of the SDRO.